Here's how I store some of the fresh veggies I get on a regular basis. When I get celery, the first thing I do is wrap it up in foil. And it will keep for months. I've had this, I don't know how long I've had this. I just keep chipping away at it and it's just fine. And for celery, a few months ago, I cut the bottoms off of the celery and put it in some soil and it's actually growing. So that's an extra added benefit of celery. But if you wrap it up in foil, it will go on forever. I've heard you can put it in the freezer like this. I don't know. If you know for sure, let me know. But I certainly keep it in the refrigerator like this and it lasts as long as I need it to last. I store a lot of vegetables in their original packaging. I don't particularly care for doing that. It makes a mess in the refrigerator. I prefer to use little boxes, but refrigerator boxes, but this seems to work fine. These peppers, for example, I buy these big bags of them, and I just keep them in the refrigerator in their original packaging, and they're meant to be kept in their original packaging because there's a little slide thing here. So I just do that, and you know what? They're fine. They don't rot. I can keep them for a significant amount of time, and they're in perfectly good shape. Same for lettuce. I used to like to cut my lettuce up and prep it for salads, but it would always turn brown. So now I just keep it in the original bag. These are romaine hearts. I cut them, I use whatever I want, and I put it back in the bag, put it back in the refrigerator. Bananas I also keep in the bag they come in. I got these from Grocery Outlet. They were kind of green, kind of yellow, and they are ripening very slowly. Years ago, I also read that if you keep this saran wrap or plastic or whatever it is around the top of the bananas, it also prevents them from ripening too quickly, and that has certainly been my experience. When it's time to freeze the bananas, and I like to freeze bananas, they're great for smoothies or baking or whatever, I will peel the bananas, roll them up in wax paper, and put them in a freezer safe bag, and they will last indefinitely. When I get greens, for example, this is spinach. Sometimes they're in bags and sometimes they are in boxes. I put a paper towel in there and change it out every couple days. It absorbs the moisture and keeps the leaves from getting slimy. With the spinach, sometimes I get a big bag, or I'll get one of those big boxes of it, either that or spring mix or whatever, and it might be too much for me to eat, or I'm leaving town or whatever, but the price is so good, I hate to pass it up. So what I do with this is I will keep some to eat, and the rest I'll put in my dehydrator, and I'll dehydrate whatever's left and make it into this great green powder that I use in my smoothies. Nuts I keep in sealed glass jars while they're in active use. These are sunflower seeds that I use in salads, and these are some raw almonds that I eat for snacks. Until they go into the jars, they stay in their original packaging in the freezer. Potatoes I generally leave out on the countertop or in a basket. In the summer, I buy them in smaller amounts than in the winter because it gets so hot here that things sprout faster. In the winter, I can get a 10-pound bag and it'll be just fine. Hoping these tips will help you extend the life of your produce and nuts a little bit. Food is definitely not cheap, and every little bit helps, right? Thank you so much for watching.